press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, today we're going to learn a fresh lesson, a new lesson, that is socialization. That's chapter 2 under your sociology heading. So what are we going to study in this chapter, or what is the meaning of socialization? Now, when you as a human being, when you are in a group or when you are along with your friends, you are talking to them, you are spending some time with them, you are you're doing certain activities with them, all those form a part of socialization. You are leading a social life. Man is a social animal. So man needs people around him. Man cannot be living alone. A human being cannot be living alone. He needs people around him. Now, when we are talking to people around us, when we are interacting with them, when we are spending and doing activities with them, we come into the process of socialization. So we'll understand in deep what is the meaning and how it goes about. Yet understand what are the basic things that you are going to study in this lesson. That's the meaning of socialization and functions. When you become a social being, what are the features that you can put yourself into? You can imitate, you can learn few things, you can understand the society better. So we get into that later. Then agencies of socialization. Now your family is an agency of socialization. Your peer group, that is your friends group, okay? So your religion, and there are many more. So these become the agencies of socialization. And gender and socialization. Now we form our groups according to a gender also in some cases. Now if you have a group of boys, so they are forming their own group. If you have a group of girls, they form their own group. So according to gender and how you form your groups, how you interact, how you spend your time, how you do your activities. So let's get into the introductory parts today, that's meaning, and we'll go to the rest of the lesson, how much ever we could deal today. So now let's understand this society first. What's a society? Where you and I are living in, all right? So understand it like this. Society. We are a part of the society where we are living in. So all individuals together, each community together, each neighborhood together, all form the part of the society. Any activity that you are doing, or even if you are involved in anything else, you form the part of the society. Society has its own set of rules and regulations that have to be followed. As times are changing, the mindset of people is changing. Yet there are some traditional values and traditional beliefs that people still believe in their families and in the surroundings. So society exists because of people, and because people are socializing, or because people are leading a social life, that is, we are interacting with each other. So society is existing because of that. So society is existing because of the social life. Who is doing that social life, or who is having the social life? The people, the individuals who are there. So human being is a social animal, is a rational animal who thinks and who understands, who wants the company of his fellow beings. So now understand, now at birth we are a human being. We don't know the world much, but as we are growing, we transform into a social being, as in we understand, we learn to talk, we learn to teach others, we learn to interact, we learn to ask for things, we use communication. So we understand, we can, through our senses, we can understand the world around us. But as soon as you're born, you're not able to talk, you're not able to communicate with the language that we speak. So all that you learn, because you are transforming into a social being. Now you can write it like this. At birth, see, you remain a human being all throughout your life, but understand this point in the terms, in differences of you learning things. So take it like this: at birth you are a human being, though you continue towards your life to be a human being, yet you transform into a social being, alright? And you transform into a social being. That's your learning. Your learning, when you learn things, you are transforming yourself. So when do you learn all these behaviors that are there? That is, I need to talk to people, I need to understand these things, I need to ask him or her those things. You learn when you are taught those things, isn't it? Now understand the definition here. Each person has started learning from his childhood years. So everybody starts learning from a small baby that it is. Each day is a learning process for the baby. So when it reaches a certain age, it understands that it has to communicate, it has to talk. But as soon as it is born, it can't speak the language that you and I can speak at this age. Now we also could not speak that time, but we have been transformed, we have learnt it, and that is how the learning process goes on. So understand the definition of socialization: the process of learning social behavior and the process of becoming social being is called socialization. Now a very simple definition that's been written down. Understand this definition properly. The process of learning social behavior. Now all your behaviors, how to eat, all your manners, how to eat, how to talk, okay, how to behave, all this is being taught within the family. So family is the first place where you learn. So what are you doing? Process of learning social behavior. Anything, how to interact, how to do certain activities, and the process of becoming a social being. So when you are learning and when you are changing a behavior, you are also transforming into being a social being, and that is the process of socialization. Now, when you and I or any child that is small, it takes time to learn, isn't it? We all have taken time to learn certain things. Now we can speak very quickly, we can understand very quickly, but when we were small, we took time to understand, we took time to think. Now have you seen these babies? If you ask them anything, they will think for a while and talk, because they're processing processing in their brain what they should tell you. They are thinking, it is taking time. But at this age, if we are asked, we can quickly tell you an answer, isn't it? We can quickly tell anybody anything. But the baby takes time. Why is it taking time? Because it is learning that behavior. It's learning that these are the things I have to say. This is the answer for this question. Now, even if you ask the baby, what did you have in the morning? It will think, what did you have? But if I ask you or you ask me, we can quickly answer, isn't it, what we had for breakfast. But the baby takes time. So that's the process of learning it takes. Now, initially it is communicating non-verbally. That is, it doesn't know how to use those words that are there. So it's communicating through its actions, communicating through the body language that I need certain things. Now the baby is hungry, it cries, and the rest of the family knows, oh, the baby is hungry. So they go to feed it food. Now it is communicating non-verbally, not through speech. And as it is learning that both my actions and my speech can contribute into communication, it understands and it makes a process there. But earlier it knows only one thing where I can do only with my actions. So that's how it goes. Now when it is doing a non-verbal thing, it also tries or understands the process of imitation. It imitates. The baby imitates. Have you seen, if you play with a baby, if you throw the ball, the baby also wants to throw the ball in the same way. And if you do something, or if you dance, it wants to dance. If you sit, it wants to sit. So it wants to imitate you because it is learning what you are doing. That's how we all have learned. That's how all babies learn. So each individual, when you are in the process of being a social being, you are influenced by your atmosphere that you live in. That is your social environment. Okay, you are influenced by your social environment, your social atmosphere that is there. Now, see, this is one kind of definition. We'll understand one more definition that's there. Now see, another definition that's given. Socialization is the process in which all the members of the society okay, and this is a better version of the previous definition. Previous was a very simple one. In the initial stages, what you do, this is as you are transforming. So members of the society live in accordance to their duties and responsibilities. Now understand this, it's the process, okay? Socialization is the process in which all the members of the society, all, you, I and everybody form a part of the society, live in accordance to, what are they living? They are understanding certain things and they have to bind to what? They have to perform the duties that they have. Now each individual has different roles in a society, that duties they will have to perform, and according to the responsibilities that are being given, they will have to function in a certain way. Now, socialization which is there, it is the process that begins from birth and keeps on continuing. Now, after 10 years, if you are put in a jungle, can you stay? You will not be able to stay. Any one of us, we will not be able to stay because all these 10 years we have been with people. Now, suddenly if we are put in the forest where there is no person coming there, then it's very difficult for us. So each day, as each day passes, we are learning the art of socialization. We are learning the art of interacting with people. Now, there are other definitions given. See, understand this also. Whatever we need to do, we are all influenced by what the surrounding is, how we live in. Now, initially it's the family, afterwards it's our school and our friends that grow, and then it is other aspects or other institutions that we get into. Now, when human beings adopt this social behavior, it is called as socialization. So, let us understand the functions of socializations now. First one is converts human being into social being. Now, we have discussed this point. Okay, converts human being into a social being, because now we continue to be a human being, but we are transforming each day. We are learning the social aspects that are there. Now, it has scope for socialization, gives us scope to adopt certain things that we like, okay, imitate certain things that we want. Now, we may be understanding, oh, we like that. Now, you can be influenced by your teacher, your parents, or any neighbor that is there who is doing something nice. Maybe you are inspired by them. You imitate them. You take on their things and you adopt the features that they have. You can learn many skills when you socialize. Okay, any art that you want to learn, any skill that you want to learn. Now, if you have your friends who know certain things which you want to learn, you can do. Now, if you are not talking to them, how will you learn these things that you want to learn? You will not be able to, isn't it? Now, you can develop social relationships. You can develop social relationship, and when you develop that, you provide commitment and support to a social system. Now, understand this, when you are communicating with people, you create a certain kind of relation, a certain kind of friendship is being created. When you create that, you provide commitment. Few of them are friends for a very long time because of the understanding that lies between them, because of the process of socialization that they want to involve. If you don't develop the relationship, if you don't develop the friendship, then it dies off. So, process for communication and interaction is a must, and you form the part of the social system, that is the whole society that is there. Now, this helps you in the development of your personality. It develops your personality. Now, when you are, if you don't talk to anybody, if you don't want to interact with anybody, then you stay alone. You don't want to mingle with anybody, and that can lead to many other aspects which you will not learn at all. Maybe you want to isolate yourself, maybe you want to stay away, okay? But if you socialize, if you get out, you will learn many things. Now, experience is another factor that influences your understanding or your personality. Now, you have your friends, each one has a different skill. Now, if you are into their group, if you understand, you are learning many things, and in that way you are understanding. Now, somebody may be a good public speaker who knows to speak well. When they know to speak well, they can help you. Somebody's language may be good, some may have learned a foreign language, they can help you. Some may be very good with computers, they can help you. Some may be very good with art, you may be good with music or something, so you can help them. So when you do that, you take it all to your personality, you take it to all your understanding of a human being, and then you can always show your talent anywhere. So that's how you develop your understanding. Next, it helps the continuity of tradition. Okay, that is, now if somebody breaks the society, there is no value for any person who is living next to you. Then there is the tradition that has come for a very long time, that we live together as a family, will vanish off. So all traditions that have been followed, all values or beliefs that have been followed from a very long time will be passed on from generation to generation, and that will keep it lively. Otherwise, if you break the chain, then it is gone forever, it goes extinct, then it will never come back to you. So these are the few factors that we had to discuss today in today's class, students. Introduction and the functions of socialization. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the agencies of socialization, and let's move on and understand the different agencies, how they influence you, how they make you better. All right, students, thank you very much for listening, and read whatever we have done today.